hot body, I'll do what I want.
I was going to expose you.
I know. So I choose to expose myself.
Please, there are ladies present.
It's showtime.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my channel. I was going to have a few more bits and bobs and bells and whistles, but wow, this woman's video. So here we have Madison, otherwise known as Cruel World Happy Mind, and Happy Madison here is putting forth yet another sort of explanation video. See, she's been under fire recently for choosing the wrong subject for a video and getting heat from both sides. She's still trying to fight her way out of it. It's like this sunk cost fallacy that is indicative that, you know, maybe instead of a bear hat, she should have a sort of cat hat.
I don't think this is this on? Okay.
What? You're gonna start your video like that? You're gonna start your video with someone else telling you that the microphone that you're holding in your hand is on? Why? Why? Oh, that's right. She's just a baby. She doesn't know how microphones work.
I'm just a baby.
But you still had to say, okay, Mom.
I'm just a baby.
Hello. My channel Cruel World Happy Mind means just that. That in a cruel, unjust world where people treat you unkindly and unfairly, you don't have to lower yourself to their level.
That's not what that means. That's not what that means. Cruel World Happy Mind as a statement, what you're saying is that the world is cruel and terrible, but you should still keep positivity in your mind. And that is a different thing than what you are saying right now.
Or let their treatment get to you. You can
Wait, so this is about being persecuted? So the cruel world is cruel to you, and you are the persecuted one? Is that so, Madison? I'm so sorry.
still find ways to be happy, to be kind, to treat others with kindness, even if you don't feel like that's how
These are a lot of cuts. A lot of cuts.
others have always treated you. While I feel
Wait, what? You mean others have always treated you badly?
like throughout my time online, I've always treated others with good faith,
I'm sorry, I'm a little speechless. No, you haven't. You don't treat anybody with good faith. Are you joking now? Do you think she believes what she's saying?
I do feel like there's been moments on my channel where I've kind of lost the plot, or I've lost sight of that bigger picture. And right now, I really want to get back to that. Right?
What is the bigger picture? What are you talking about? If it's a Cruel World Happy Mind and you're trying to lift people up, why are your videos all about YouTube drama? I don't understand. Was that what, did your channel start out like a positivity channel? I'm very confused here. Honestly, I don't know what you're talking about.
Now, the world feels so incredibly dark and scary, and
Now the world feels incredibly dark and scary. Welcome, Madison. Welcome to the world the rest of us have been living in.
well, cruel. There isn't much positivity in the world, and I was also
I don't know, you're really depressing me here, girl. The world is cruel. There isn't a lot of positivity. I've lost sight of my way, which way we don't know because you were never on that way in the first place.
thinking lately about how it doesn't really feel like there's been much positivity online. Back in the day, there were so many YouTubers who it felt like were incredibly positive.
Gotta stop there. Okay, what does that mean, back in the day? What is back in the day? If I say back in the day, I'm talking about a time before YouTube even existed. When you say back in the day, I think you're talking about when you were in high school. And I'm also thinking that as you grew out of high school age, which I remember now, you weren't actually in school. As you grew, your interests in what interested you on YouTube changed, so you were watching less happy, positive stuff. Some of us never grew up. I love toy channels. They're fantastic.
And every day, I feel like that number is dwindling in favor of drama and infighting.
That's what you do content on. All of your content is on drama. Your feelings, well, it's valid to have feelings. That doesn't mean that they're evidence of anything. You feel a certain way, that's not actually evidence. That's your myopic perspective on a world much too vast for you to comprehend.
I also kind of feel like a lot of the negativity in the world, as well as my own grief and depression, started to affect my own content.
I also feel like a lot of the negativity in the world and my own grief What world are you living in?
You know the saying, be the change you wish to see in the world? I want to be a positive presence online now more than ever.
What do you mean more than ever? You've never been a positive presence online. You never even smile. You don't smile. You sit and you stare at the camera with your dead eyes, saying things in a monotone that you think sounds serious, but I think just sounds like you don't know what you're talking about.
I think lately that's the biggest lesson that I learned. I started making content in 2020 because I was really struggling with social anxiety.
Yes, because when you're struggling with social anxiety, the best thing for you to do is sit by yourself alone in a room, recording videos, and then spend hours and hours editing those videos together and then publish them online, never interacting with another human being. Social anxiety is not your issue here. Social anxiety did not make you want to make videos. Social anxiety is what makes you hesitant to go to your Jewish friend's wedding. Oh, whoops, no, it's just because she's Jewish, isn't it, Madison?
Also kind of thought throughout my life that no one really cared what I had to say. I may not be the most well-spoken, and I'm forever working on that, but when I learned how to make YouTube videos and edit what I was saying down into a comprehensible video, which helped my social anxiety because I didn't feel like I needed to be perfectly well-spoken right away. And then on top of that, I was able to post these YouTube videos and find a community who actually cared about what I had to say.
Madison, you don't have anything original to say. I don't think you've actually had an original opinion in the entirety of your channel.
And were listening. I had never felt so heard in my life.
What? You felt empty your whole life until people started paying attention to your videos that you made by copying other people's content. Nobody's hearing you. Everybody's hearing you say somebody else's words.
But because of that, I need to work on being as positive of an influence as possible.
Why? Why? You've never been a positive influence. None of your work has ever been positive. It's all really dark and about how everybody sucks.
I want those who have ever felt the same as me, silenced by those around them.
Who's we, white woman? You are not going to sit in front of a camera. You're not going to sit here and actually tell us that you are a marginalized individual. You can't possibly be telling us that you're a marginalized individual. You're the epitome of what people want to look at in America. People pay attention to you. They didn't pay attention to your words until you started using the words of other people.
To know that eventually you can find a space where your voice will matter. But
Honey, what are you, 25? Why are you talking to your audience like they're... Is her audience children? I don't know demographics. Are they teenage girls? Are you trying to, encourage them? Or are you talking to a bunch of adults who have already been through the life lessons you are just now encountering?
also, when you find that space, how you use your voice matters as well.
Well, then you should probably stop doing takedown pieces on people. It's really bringing a lot of negativity into the world.
I think because of the frequency that so many post online, it becomes really easy to be reckless with our voices.
Post that frequently. So are you suggesting that other people are reckless?
While I don't think it's healthy to expect people to be absolutely perfect with everything they say,
Madison, it's beyond that. It's beyond unhealthy to expect perfection from other people. It's insanity to expect perfection from other people. Human beings are incredibly fallible, and I think your social anxiety has kept you from interacting enough socially to understand this.
as that limits vulnerability online or people being open to learning and growing.
Learning and growing. This is her, fourth video since she had one 3-hour shit piece that blew up in her face, and she's still trying to talk her way out of it. This is lolcow territory.
I also think people can fall down rabbit holes, become so caught up in negativity, and lose sight of the plot. I'm wanting to completely break away from that, and I have my own ideas on how to do so, or how I'm working on it, but I'd love any positive input on how I can also create more positivity and light in this space.
What the fuck is that? I also appreciate positive input about creating positivity. Are you some sort of corporate shill? What are these nonsense things that you're coming out of your mouth?
Though for clarity purposes, I want to make clear I won't be deleting any of my past video content.
I want to bring more positivity in the world, but to be clear, I'm not taking away any of my past negativity.
Mainly for legal purposes at the moment.
Legal purposes? What does that even mean? That doesn't mean anything. You don't have to keep anything online for legal purposes. What you can't do in the case of legal issues is delete stuff. What? I think she's really, really stupid.
There's been so much misinformation spread on me.
About you, not on you. You're not a piece of toast and misinformation isn't butter.
Literally blatant lies that I
Literally, tell us the truths. I don't know any blatant lies about you.
will be keeping up original videos for my own legal protection.
That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything. Let me translate that for the audience. I will be keeping up my old videos for monetization. But since I can't say that without looking like an asshole, and I've promised that I'm not an asshole, I'm going to lie about it and indicate that, guys, I'm really being persecuted. I'm being legally persecuted. Yeah, when we've got ICE running around abducting our neighbors, we're really worried about you, girl.
This video is not in response to any of that, just my own personal reflection. As within
Then reflect personally. You don't need to share it with anybody. The more you share, the more people comment and the more negativity that you develop for yourself. This is not the way to do it.
in all of the misinformation, all of the bad
Tell us the misinformation, Madison. Why don't you do a video? Go through all those things. I don't know what she's talking about.
faith actors online,
You are a bad faith actor. You don't even come up with your own material. Literally. That's what I discovered when I tried watching your videos years ago. You wait till everybody else is done, and then you use their material to create your own material. And it never has any new insights because you don't actually have any insights yourself.
I do think that there's been some valid input that I've wanted to reflect on and really take
I've wanted to reflect on it, but I haven't.
in so that I can grow within my content.
But there's a but there.
Everyone I know has a big butt.
You haven't taken it in.
Though I won't be deleting my own content as I make more and more positive content, I might be changing some of my old titles.
Oh, because changing the name changes the thing. Wow, you know, Shakespeare was totally wrong when he had Juliet say that a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Apparently, if you retitle your bullshit content, it becomes happy and okay for everybody.
Titles that I think might be too harsh or negative.
It's the content, Madison. The content that you're making money off of, which is why you're not removing it.
As again, on reflection, I don't know if that's what the world really needs right now.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love.
Big thing I've been realizing throughout all of this is that, I don't know, maybe I listen to feedback too much.
Well, you don't do anything about it. You haven't changed anything. You've been getting a lot of feedback. And all you've done is come online to tell people how feedback is hurting your fifis.
It's definitely something that I've heard a lot. Ultimately, I stand strong in my content and I encourage you to watch the content.
Then stop clipping. What are you cutting out?
And form your own opinions as always. I know a lot of you have and have loved watching me for years. I think a lot of people
I know a lot of you have and have loved watching me for years. Oh, we got a little MPD. MPD, baby.
People have thought when I take in feedback that that's me somehow admitting that everything I do is bad.
Nobody thinks that way. Only children think like that. Do you think like that? Everybody should be taking feedback. That's how we grow as people. That's how we grow as whatever it is that we do. Do you not understand that feedback is... Oh, you didn't go to school. She's not used to feedback.
That's not the case. Personally, I'm just always dedicated to growing and learning.
Then why haven't you done it?
And doing the best that I can. So no matter who is providing criticism to me.
Providing criticism? Providing criticism. Oh my God, these are like Amberisms, girl.
Mental things is scary.
You a lol cow.
If I think there's something valid within that criticism, I'm gonna take it in and try and grow the best that I can.
None of the words you're saying are saying that you're actually going to do something with that criticism. You're saying you will accept it in. Do you not know how criticism works? You get the criticism. Let's say it's a comment on your video. You read the criticism. The criticism says, you know, you say you like to research, but when I look at the research from your last video, I notice that you have a lot of biased sources and you have a lot of video clips that came from other biased sources, whereas you could have easily gotten original video clips. They're readily available. But I don't think Madison knows the differences between unbiased and biased reporting and unbiased and biased sourcing.
And genuinely consider it. That being said, a lot of people that have criticized my research are terrible researchers.
Bitch, bring it on. Bring it on. Bring it on. I want to see a video. I want her to explain this research to me. I've got to know. What does Madison think terrible research is, you guys? What do you think it could possibly be? Let me guess. I don't know. Contacting sources? Reading respected publications as opposed to Reddit snark?
Themselves. My research has very high standards.
Your high standards. And your high standards are my low standard. Girl, you don't have high standards because you don't know what standards you should have. You are far too ignorant to be in a position of presenting information to the public. You're frightening.
And while recently I have upped those standards.
Upped the standards? Can you talk in real words like big people?
Even more to provide the most.
What are the standards, Madison? You keep saying these things, but you never give any specific details that would give us some idea of what upping those standards means. You're just talking without saying anything.
Accurate information. That does not mean that my research was not far better than most content out there.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh my God. She's saying her research is better than the majority of research in YouTube content. There are professional news organizations with YouTube content, you silly person. Oh my God, I don't think she lives in the same universe I do.
And I'm sorry, but I'm just saying that to be
I'm sorry, I'm just saying that to be 100 because, like, you guys know I'm a genius.
100% upfront.
What the fuck? That's actually what you just said? She's being 100% upfront with the fact that she believes that she is better at this job than the people who are criticizing her. That's what you wanted to say, Madison. There, I got it out for you. You're welcome.
The main thing that has led me to really reflect on this and try.
You're not reflecting. You keep saying the word reflect, but I see no mirror because you're not reflecting, Madison. You're projecting.
To make a positive change in my content has really been realizing the amount of misogynistic women that had been following me prior.
What? Wait, you're mad because your audience is, quote, misogynistic women, unquote? How did you get that audience, Madison?
To all of this, an archetype that is worse than the pick-me. Essentially,
a misogynistic woman isn't an archetype, and neither is a pick-me. Do you know what an archetype is? It's a literary term. It's not pop culture slang you get to throw around.
A pick-me is a woman who desperately wants.
We know what a pick-me is. We know what a pick-me is.
Wants to be picked, so they'll try and differentiate themselves against other women.
Against other women. Differentiate themselves against other women. Holy crap, God.
Pit themselves against other women to highlight their unique qualities.
This is what you're doing right now. You're saying that the other women are misogynists and you're the good one.
This type of archetype is completely.
It's not an archetype. Stop calling it an archetype.
Different. It's almost like they have such a deep self-loathing and self-hatred, are so maybe unpickable, that they dedicate their time to the downfall of other women around them and are completely
oh my God. I'm so She's saying that the majority of her audience are terrible women who want to bring down other women.
Comfortable with the most horrific misogyny in.
Give us examples of horrific misogyny. You have said nothing. 5 minutes and 32 seconds of nothing.
Order to participate in bringing down other women around.
No. Nobody's trying to bring you down. You are, 1, possibly stupid. 2, definitely ignorant. 3, incredibly undereducated. The critiques that you are getting are not because people are trying to bring you down because they're so jelly. It's actual criticism, which I don't think you're used to getting. And so you have to warp it in your mind to mean something else
around them. And when I was looking online to see if there's a term for this, there is none.
A term for what? The archetype you just made up? That isn't an archetype because that's not what archetypes are.
There's only the pick me, and then beyond that, there's nothing.
Wait, what? Now you're saying that there's only one type of woman in the world and that's the pick me? Then what are you? Does she think archetypes are like, what does she think? I can't, this is fascinating. What is going on in that smooth brain of hers?
But this is happening very much online.
Very much everywhere.
Because most of my audience base is made up of women, I would often discuss feminine things happening online. But
what's a feminine thing happening online? A Kotex ad? Feminine things online? Like what lashes you're wearing? What do you mean feminine things online? Are you saying that you talk about women's issues? Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying that you talk about Tampax? Because when you say feminine things, I think feminine hygiene.
I didn't realize that through this, I was developing a small and niche audience base who just would watch my content because they were excited for another dog pile.
That's literally what your content is, and that's the audience you created. And now you're saying, no, it's not my audience. It's a small part of my audience. And they're just evil, evil people that I have no label for because I've never heard of such evil before in my poor, innocent life. Women hating women. It's awful. You should support me because I'm a woman. No. We should hold you up to higher standards because you claim that you have them.
I didn't realize that until I saw them say some of the most blatantly disgusting misogynistic things.
What things? What things? Show me the things. Show me the misogynistic things.
And we're surprised to see that they were women that were saying this. But when I reflected on my own content, I could kind of see how I got there.
You could kind of see? You could kind of see? Look at your content. Look at your thumbnails. All of your work is negative. Everything you have is negative. None of it is positive.
So overall, I'm hoping that shifting my content into a more positive light will...
Oh my God, what do you think that means? Shifting my content into a more positive light. To take that verbatim, you're saying that you're going to take your content and you're going to talk about it differently. That's all you've just said. That is literally what you just said. You didn't say I'm going to change my content. You said I am going to look at my content in a different POV. That is what you've just said. You said nothing about changing it.
Make it very clear that my content is not about making fun of women.
No. Has anybody said that her content is about making fun of women? I mean, you do make fun of a lot of women in your content, but I don't think that's the focus of your content. I think you're willing to make fun of anybody, whether they be male, female, NB, whatever. It's all about creating the content. I don't think you have any actual feelings about these subjects at all. I don't think you think about them.
And if that's all you want, you will not get that from me.
Oh,
and
goody.
Overall...
Guys, she's promising more. I am so excited about this. I cannot wait to react to more of her content, especially if it gets nicer and happier and friendlier and fluffier.
Shifting my content to be more positive isn't just a want, but a need. I agree that even some of the titles of my videos can feel overdramatic.
I agree that even some of the titles of my videos, how many times do you have to qualify that you don't actually believe what you're saying? Nothing that you're saying is actually a commitment to anything.
And have a negative tone, which can just add to this feeling of the world being hopeless.
Okay, so your next video is going to be a positive video. That's great. I look forward to it. I do.
Instead, what if I posted inspiring stories? The stories that should be remembered. The stories about redemption.
You think you're losing views now? You can't bring morality into this because people like to divorce morality from what they choose for entertainment.
Of course, that doesn't mean that there won't be sad moments or some evil people within those stories.
Sad moments and evil people. Does she even have a 6th grade reading level? I don't think she's at a 6th grade reading level. Do you think her vocabulary exceeds 30,000 words?
Reality isn't just all sunshine and rainbows and...
No, we know. Reality sucks. I've seen your videos. Everything is terrible. Especially this person right here. And let's talk about how terrible they are. That's what you do.
And toxic positivity isn't healthy either. But in a world that feels so hopeless and cruel.
Yeah. We're coming back. We're circling back. Okay, we've almost got a structure here.
Where I feel dragged down recently.
Oh, no, it's about you. It's about how you feel. It's about your feelings. It's not about how maybe, Madison, maybe, you shouldn't be making content that creates such audience division and anger. Maybe it's your fault. You hate your own audience.
I want to be the change that I wish to see in the world and show that there is
You guys, you think she's gonna do it?
hope and happiness can exist in places big and small.
Oh my gosh, not just any places, but places big and small. Goldilocks, for fuck's sake. Get a real job. That's the end. That's it. Holy crap. Well, I really look forward to Madison's next video. And hopefully I'll have more of my shit together by the time she actually produces something. I'm still not sure what she was saying here. If you know, please write it down below. Fill me in. I'm still incredibly confused. See you later.